Hope you guys had a great Monday. I know I did. I made probably just over 10 grand today, I think in total. Would have to look back and add all my accounts up from today. Did not have one losing account today, so we're just going to look at some of them, not all of them. We're going to go over two of the Apex evaluations. One Apex eval, two PA accounts, and then my Top Step accounts, and then I also trade on Blue Sky. I have my own personal account. So I trade on a ton of different accounts and I remote into them. But, we're just going to go over kind of these right now. So here we have this is one PA account from today, and you can see. So this one was only up $324. Now, I did take two trades on this account by accident today. This is my one and done trading account, right? I take one trade a day. If it wins, cool, I'm done trading it. If it loses, cool, I'm done trading it. I only try to make $324 a day. And what's cool about this, or $315 a day. What's cool about this account, and this is what a lot of people don't realize, is that by doing this, I'm pretty much eliminating the trailing drawdown because I'm not taking more than one trade. And if I'm unless I lose that trade, I have a trailing drawdown. But if I don't lose my trades and I'm always winning my trades, then it's really nice because basically what this means is that I'm 8 trades away from a payout on a PA account. 8 trades, that's it. Now, what's funny about this account is that one trade made me very, very nervous, right? And I closed it for $1,100 loss, and then I scalped my way back to that $315 on one day. If I didn't do that, if I didn't do that, the trade actually would have actually won if I would have just held it a little bit longer. I literally exited on the bottom wick, perfectly, to the tick. And so it's unfortunate that I got stopped out to the tick, but it's annoying though, because if I would have made it just one tick bigger, it would have just hit my take profit, and I wouldn't have had to try to scalp my way back that day. And then today, I accidentally took another trade on ES and I immediately closed it for a $12 profit. Didn't mean to. This account down here, this is the account. This is a 50K account that I'm basically just going ham at right now. By ham, I mean, I'm making $1,000 a day on this account right now. Taking a lot of trades, and just trying to hit that $1,000. As soon as I hit that $900 to $1,000 range, I just stopped trading it. So this account is already past the trailing drawdown now, and is going to be very nicely set up for at least the next payout cycle, and then going to be set up for future payout cycles as well. If I can do this on average for a month, and the way that I do this is, I either can make $1,000 a day or I can lose $1,000 a day. And if I do anything, more or less, then I'm done trading for the day. I'll never lose more than $1,000. So by making $1,000 consistently, say I do that for 5 days, right? I know that for those next 3 trading days, even if I lost the $1,000 for those next 3 trading days, and I'm up 8 grand, I'm still at $5,000 on that account. I'm still eligible for a payout. So I like aiming for $1,000 on accounts when I'm scalping like this, because as long as everything goes well, really well, for the first a month, you're pretty much set on that account. You're basically set yourself up. It's you'll be up 16. Let's just say, let's round it down. Let's just say you'll be up over $10,000 at the end of month 1, right? Let's say we're giving you a couple days that you're going to lose in there, right? So by doing this, I'm able to, really kind of get into okay, I have 1, 2, 3, at least 3 payment cycles, if I'm counting up to 6 grand, right? Secured, right? And I got into this. I've done this technique actually on other platforms before in the past, and it's worked out really well. I've been able to get to the month 2 of kind of this setup, and I have had 50K accounts with $40,000 you know, P&Ls. And so it's like when you do that and you kind of just are giving yourself this $1,000 a month, it's like once you get up to or $1,000 a day kind of goal, and you're cutting it off constantly, and you have more winning days than you have losing days, right? Significantly, you kind of end up with these accounts that it's like you look at them and you're like, all right, cool. Like I pretty much have secured payouts on this account probably for the next 3 months. And that's a really like cool feeling. And so it's something that I want to start doing again, bringing back because, you know, I really like that feeling of being outside your trailing drawdown. And I wanted to show people, you know, yeah, it's a little risky in the beginning trying to make $1,000 a day. Now I build the accounts up. I kind of just treat it as like I can't lose that first $1,000. So usually my first trades on accounts like this, I'm sure if we scroll through, I can show you like my first trades are typically very tiny. Like, I mean, I'm only aiming for like 81, 37, $81, right? And I can have a little bit of a down draw, right? So it's like I'm looking for these really tiny trade setups, right? I'm looking for small trades. You know, I'm looking for just to build up a little bit of a buffer. You know, I'm not just jumping in trying to take a $500 trade, you know, and so I'm like, I build up a little bit of buffer in the beginning of the day. Sometimes I'll lose that buffer, right? And then I'll build up another little buffer, and then I'll try taking bigger trades. So like I build into it, and I kind of, you know, if you ever trade Top Step where you have only $1,000 to lose a day, this is kind of where I adopted that from. So yeah, the next trade, next account down here is a trade where, okay, so this is me taking basically one big trade. I think the first trade was an accident. The first trade on this account, I don't think counted. Let's see. 5, 2, 2, 5. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so all this was one trade. So this is an evaluation account here. And so long story short, end of the day today, let's see if we can show you what this looked like. At the end of the day today, on the 5-minute chart, it just looked really, really bullish today, right? So if I bring this screen over here, like you can see, I mean, we had this rip, and so it was kind of like this idea, right? We had formed this pretty nice support level here that we were wicking into, right? And that looked like off this wick here, it looked like we were probably going to, I thought we would touch this and basically start going. We didn't, but I did enter right here, but I was willing to, I held through this little pullback and then, you know, got this launch up. And what's interesting is all I needed for this account to be passed, I was aiming for 177. So I was aiming for this level. Like I thought it was going to rip all the way to that level. I think it even ripped past that. It basically ripped all the way to the pivot, I think. So I do this and I go over here. Yeah, so you can see we ripped up and went right through this pivot here. And so let's see, where did I enter? Yeah, so we are already over this pivot. It wasn't the NQ pivot. This is what I see. This is why I have multiple charts open. So it was the ES pivot. My bad. So basically, we ripped up, right? So this was the same rip on ES, and we literally just ripped up, touched the R2 pivot, and then literally just started rejecting. Now, this is why I think it's important to look at both charts, right? So it's like, you know, you might not know, hey, it's like a lot of times you see this. You'll see a pivot point get hit on ES, and then NQ and ES are both going to start coming down, especially near like an end of day scenario, right? We're nowhere near a pivot on the NQ, so it's kind of like you have to kind of look at both of them. The question is, we didn't even hit the pivot on the QQQ either, so there are the pivots there. So this is kind of just an idea that I have. You know, it's important to kind of just look at both of them constantly and go back and forth. I keep them both very much up on my charts like this. I keep ES on this side now, and I keep NQ. No, sorry, I keep ES on this side. I keep NQ on this side. I pretty much take all my trades in the middle. And I'm looking for confluences a lot of times. I'm just looking at like, okay, hey, like ES is now forming a support, or ES over here is bouncing off the 200 moving average. So these bounces that we had here, that was like that level that you saw over here on ES, that level was the 200 moving average, and both were bouncing. So it's like when you see stuff like that, it's like those are pretty high probability trades, I think, and so being able to identify where there's a strong support level, right? I'm not telling people this to do this with evaluation accounts, right? This is a one trade and done. But I do think there's a couple things to take away from seeing this, right? Is that, you find a really strong support level at the end of the day. You find two good, two ES and NQ moving in the same direction. They both look like just prime, ready to rip, right? You get in a good spot, you're right. You can set it your take stop loss if you want. I typically don't, because it's like I'm looking to pass the account. If I don't pass the account, then I'm going to blow the account, right? Do I think that we can get to, 16 points, because it's 16 points times 200 is 3,200 or whatever, right? So it's like, do I think that NQ can rip up 16 points? This is where it's like, I'm looking for a pivot. Is there a pivot up there? That pivot only 10 points away, because pivot's only 10 points away. It's a good chance that we can drop, right? And we might not go through it. So that's not a trade I would be willing to take. So it's like stuff like this, where it's like you can kind of identify high probability setups, and then, full board it on an eval, and relatively with high success if you have a good entry. It's all about the entry. It's all about making sure you have an entry, making sure you know where that support is, and if you can get a good entry off that support, and you know that it has at least like 16 points to move, you can do this. And the other thing about, let's see, the Apex evaluation, there's nothing else really that I want to talk about with that, I guess. Today, I did start a couple of Top Steps accounts, and I have some funded Top Step accounts as well right now. But let's see. I think I just took a screenshot of it. So this is the screenshot of the Top X account, or one of them at least from today. But you can see this is Monday, the May 24th. I was up $1,200 and did a total of 104 trades. Winning trades was 95. Losing trades was 9. My win rate was over 91 today. Yeah, so this account, I was just rocking it. It was my first time trading on Top Step X today. Just trying to get a feel for it. Do I like it? Do I not like it? And honestly, I wasn't even trying to really run up an account, right? I kind of was just like testing, like, oh, how do the brackets work? And like, how does this work? And how does this work? But like, not being stupid and not scalping in the direction of like where, like, I'm scalping in the direction of where it's trending. Does that make sense? I was just taking little scalps to kind of get a feel for like, how does the bracket system work? How does the DOM work? Like, how does this work? And it was like funny, because it's like, it's like weird, because it's like, sometimes I feel like when I'm not thinking about trading, where I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to like do some little scalps just to get a feel for something, or it's like I'm scalping and concept. I'm not really thinking about it. It's like, oh, like here's extra $1,200. I did scalp another account as well, up a couple $100. And I think I have one more account where I did like 4,000 or something. But yeah, so that's kind of most of the accounts today. Really, really, really nice day on ES. Really nice day on NQ. I mean, we just had this just beautiful rip up. It was just really easy to read today, I think. I mean, we kind of look at the charts and do like a little recap of this, right? We have just like moves like this. Let's hold on. Let me go ahead and turn these images off here. Turn that image off too. So it's just like we had like just really nice moves today. You know what I mean? Like we had like this move right here, right? We had this is on a 2-minute chart, right? So 9:30 open, 9:30 we came down and we wicked really pretty far down, right? And we kind of chopped around in here, but then we started like forming like stuff like that, stuff like this, right? And it's like, if you can identify like, this is a run up, right? We broke this is like kind of a rundown, right? We broke. This is a run up. We broke. Like if you can identify this type of pattern, right, on a 2-minute, right, where it's like you can scalp inside of these places, right? So you're taking longs, now trying to take shorts off this level. Once this breaks, right, draw a trend line, do longs. Once this breaks, draw a trend line, do shorts. Once this breaks, draw a trend line, take long scalps. Once you're able, this is like, I don't know, it was just a beautiful day for this type of scalping, right? Just trend line scalping. If you turn on like moving averages on a 1 minute too, it just looks, you know, you could just be scalping up to 9 and 21 all day today. I think like a couple of times over here, we were wicking down to the 50 moving average on a 1 minute. And that's exactly what these touches were basically. It just, dude, it was overall, it's just so clean today for scalping. And the other thing, let's see, I didn't even look to see if this wick was the 8 a.m. candle, but I have a feeling it probably was. Let's see. This is something that I've been seeing a lot of over the past year. It's just very, very interesting to see. So this is the 8 a.m. I do this on a 5-minute chart. So let's switch over 5 minutes really quick. And what we're looking for is the 8 a.m. candle here. We're going to look for the 8 a.m. candle. The 8 a.m. candle here. So that little wick right here, this is the 8 a.m. candle. So my theory, and it's something, again, that we've just seen over and over again, is a lot of times that we will come and wick inside of this 8 a.m. candle. Which, again, you know, I don't know how many videos I can point the same thing out where we come, we'll wick this 8 a.m. candle, and we'll just go, right? And this is kind of one of, I don't know if you can trade this like really well, right? I mean, it is like a riskier trade, you know? I mean, the only way to really do it, I think, is by placing like limit orders, or if you're really, really quick, you can try, you know, you place a limit order, and it's like, I would be targeting, you know, you could target something like that even, you know, put your stop right underneath the 8 a.m. candle, maybe total of 10 points. 10 points for like 80 would be pretty good. I mean, that would be like a 1 to 8. You could also probably target 50 and get filled relatively quickly, right? And have like a 1 to 5. Again, just that 8 a.m. wick, man. I've made multiple videos about this. Oh, I don't even know if you guys could see that. So sorry, but that's the 8 a.m. wick. I just realized my camera is really, really big. My bad. But yeah, that's the 8 a.m. wick right there. We just had a crazy, you know, move off the 8 a.m. wick. So that's it for this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. And you know what? I'm aiming to take out, I'm aiming to trade more prop this year instead of just trading my personal accounts. And I'm going to try to see, you know, kind of how much I can make in payouts. And I'm probably going to start to publicize like a lot more of my payouts. I've been on the fence about this for a while, but for whatever reason, it seems like that's what does it for people on this platform, you know, on YouTube and stuff. It's like, oh, like, look, like he made 40 grand this month, right? So if that's what's helpful for people to see, you know, it feels, I don't want to say, man, it feels douchey, right? Like to be like, hey, look at my payouts, right? And that's why I've never really done that or gone down that road. But you know, if that's what, it's funny because it's just like, I know that's what drives views now. And, I don't, I don't, I don't want, I don't know. And it's like, I want people to watch my videos, right? I want to, you know, help people. I don't care for quote unquote, like, I don't care to be famous, quote unquote, or like whatever, right? Like if I cared, I could easily show my face. Like I literally have a camera set up like right behind here. Here, look, watch. Whoop. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a camera set up right there. So I could set up my monitors slightly different. I have cameras already set up, right, to film my face, right? Which I just don't care to, right? That's not something I want to do. But it's kind of like one of those things where I'm kind of in a boat. I would like, the reason why I'm making or adding this to this video is because I guess I want y'all's opinion. Is like, is that something y'all want to see? You know, do you want to see me and Anthony picking up cars at auctions? That'd be kind of funny. I mean, I don't know. I mean, kind of, I'm here making this content, so I figured, well, why not ask what everybody wants to see? Anyways, that's it for this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.